Hi, and we are back at Marvels TV with Aubriana Beach, Kelly Cage, and Murray. And we are here with our fabulous instructor, Dawn Reese, and we have been doing a summer camp with her all this week, and tomorrow will be our last day. It's so sad. And from 1 to 4, and it has been such an amazing experience, may I just say. She is such an amazing teacher, and so we just want to ask her some questions.
Sure. I know we've been asking everybody else questions, and you may have some things that inquiring kids want to know and teens want to know about my life. So whoever wants to go for it, I'm going to give you the mic as a reporter and jump in, okay?
Okay, so this is kind of a random question, just out of curiosity. What is your favorite color?
My favorite color is turquoise of the ocean, of course. Not like, but you know. But I love the color turquoise. I love when I'm on the boat in Florida and the turquoise water and plus lots of other turquoise.
Okay, so a serious question. Can you tell us a little bit about your background?
Sure. Oh my goodness. I was a model and an actress, just like all of you started out. I was in the Midwest, and I went to Chicago because there were bigger agents in Chicago. And at that time, I started in beauty pageants. I didn't know how to get in the business. I learned the hard way. Whoa. I ended up going and, getting to be first runner-up in some pageants. And from that point on, I had an agent say to me, "You got something there, girl. I want to see you in my agency." So I started to do Kohl's department store ads down in the Midwest. One of my big jobs was Wrangler jeans, which was really cool. They flew me to a little town from Milwaukee to Peoria, Illinois, and we shot the Wranglers. And you know what was really cool is they ended up giving me everything because the guy didn't want to take it home. He goes, "Do you want all these clothes that you just modeled?" And I'm like, "Are you for real?"
Yeah.
Yeah, that would be great. So, and from there, I got another agent, and then I ended up going to New Mexico, and then coming back, and I had agents from all over at the time, and I really loved the field of acting. I ended up going to Los Angeles. Oh, do we have a cleanup? After my other co-host.
Quarter down, 2 to go.
Thank you. Terrell Davis, we're back to you.
Yeah.
And just long story short, I took a lot of acting lessons, a lot, and from comedy background. I love comedy. I was your comedy school dropout. I'm in a school called the Nicole Stan School. And the comedy, I just love it. From the improv to SandyShore.com, Pauly Shore's sister. You can all say, "Hi, Sandy Shore." Hi. She was amazing. And, some people go through therapy, and I went to comedy school after my divorce. And there's more to that. And I'll let the other ones ask as well. Yeah, but
I have a quick question.
Sure.
Like, when did you start acting? Like, when did you just start modeling?
When I was about your age. See, I was a baton twirler. I was in show business, but I was very shy. Could you imagine that? Me shy. Okay. I was twirling 2 batons and fire and knives, and that's how I got my language out. I was really good, but you should see these twirlers today. Wow, they could do like triples and 4s and 5s.
Fire scares me.
Oh. Yeah.
Knives scare me.
And I used to burn the hairs off my arms. You're like, oh, where'd it go?
That'd be actually kind of nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was kind of fun. And I started at your age, and I really wanted to get into show business. But I'll tell you, it was a blessing to me, and she has passed on now, and she's looking down on me. My mother, and she was a dance teacher, and we had over 300 kids in dance. And so that's how I got we had a ballet studio behind our basement. We had the ballet bar, we had the video games. Actually, it was a pinball machine game at the time. I'm giving my age, pinball machine. And we had the mats and everything. So, and I really wanted to get an agent. And my first agent in Milwaukee picked me up, and I took some acting lessons. I went from some pageants. At that time, there was a really important message to all. My father was dying of cancer, and he didn't die at that time, but he was. And we didn't have the money for training for me. And of course, the agents want you to have some training. So I did go into a beauty pageant. I found all my sponsors. I won, and guess what the prize was? Was going to one of the modeling schools for almost 6 months. And I won that, and that was really cool. So that was a really blessing for me in my life. And there's so much more fun. And I know we're going to cut because we only have 5 more minutes, and I know you have lots more questions. So Murray is an uprising actor as well.
If you were young again, what would you, just a little,
I'm listening.
if you were a little girl, is there anything if you could go back in time, what would you have done?
Let's see, I'm going to answer that one. Anything I would do back in time. That's a very good question, Murray. You know, I've never had that question asked to me. I think I would still do everything all over again because I have 3 gorgeous, handsome sons, and I don't know what this world would be like without them. As being young, and I can't imagine. I'm so intrigued by my sons and how proud I am to what they do with their wives. They put petals of flowers. They don't forget their birthdays. They give them flowers. They are the gentlemen that I brought up, and I'm so proud of that. So I can't imagine my life without my children as they're grown men now. My mother would always tell me, and we were talking about this today, when do you see yourself in 5 years? Younger and thinner? So there, yeah, but really to go back and be something different that I would probably do, if it was ice skating, I would say figure skating. I was a really good figure skater, and I liked roller skating, but I think the figure skating was really cool. But I think I wish I would have gone more to more competitions and really gone on with that because I love figure skating.
Did you ever figure skate while twirling knots?
You know, actually, that was something I was thinking of doing, you know, and not knives, but batons, because I was like, oh, there's never an act of a figure skater twirling batons, you know?
Like, I'll be the first.
Exactly, yeah, so that was kind of fun.
Paid a lot of money.
Well, you know, I just went to an ice rink the other day, and of course, there's some really great people, of course, my age, and so, but yeah, I still could do some things. I couldn't do the axles or the things I used to do, but my spins are still there. I can still stand on skates.
That's something I can't do. I cannot stand on skates. I can like barely stand on roller skates. Like my friend Kayla, she'll like zip around on these roller skates, and I'll just be standing there and be like, "Do you have a bike?"
Right.
You know, but preferably a tricycle.
But the best part of Denver is Christmas here, of course, the snow.
Yeah.
And I think ice skating for me was the Midwest, was the holidays. So I think that to me that really touches my heart on that.
Yeah.
Do you have another question, Marie? That was very good. He's very good.
If you were, if you could, I think I've asked you this before, but if you couldn't do what you're doing now, what would you have done?
Sure. You know, my best job, and that's a good question too. If I wasn't doing any of this, if you see what I do, a lot of this, what do you think that is?
Project things.
No, I was a flight attendant.
Oh, flight attendant. Yes, yes.
I flew for G4s and G5s, not as a pilot, of course, but I think my most memorable job was being a flight attendant in the Bahamas and living in the Bahamas, which was wonderful. I worked for Freddie Laker, Laker Airways, and when I got that job, I took a break from Hollywood, actually.
So nice.
It was awesome. It was so cool because we would take the mopeds around the islands, and you know what impressed me the most, Marie, were the island kids. Because they were so, yes ma'am, no ma'am. I've never seen so much wonderful positive attitude in the Caribbean.
I used to live in Indonesia because my dad's job, which is like an amazing tropical experience.
Right.
And I lived there for 4 years, and it is just amazing. Like we were a mile from the beach, and
Exactly.
it was so nice, and I miss it so much.
You know, one of my friends that introduced me when I was in Beverly Hills, California, which was one of my bosses, KC, just comes to mind. He introduced me to Bing, and Bing's wife was a princess of Indonesia. We went to their home in Beverly Hills. So I gotta find out what year that was or how that works, but we gotta talk after the show. But now it's only 1 minute to, and I know Murray's going, okay, it's been a very long day. Has it been hard being a producer and being a talk show and seeing how this is rolling together? Is it a different prospect than when you watch TV to see how it's done? Murray?
I'd say yes and no.
Okay. And so we're going to do actually more improv tomorrow because I know Murray likes improv.
Everyone loves improv.
I do too, and I want to thank you so much. And I hope that you join the summer camp here at Marbles.
She's amazing.
Thank you.
Amazing, we tell you.
So fun, guys. So
I've had a lot of fun with all of you, and I'll tell you, it's all my years of experiences and everything that I've worked for every movie. I've been on tour with major artists, so I can bring a lot to the table and give you stories that have happened to me. And I thank you so much for a knock on wood. I'm still in my 30s.
you are.
I am.
She is in her 30s, guys. It is true.
All right, we'll wish you a member of mine always say, give it to God and watch things happen. So that's my ending of my show. Do you have an ending of a segment that you'd like to say? Any famous words from Marie? What's your famous line?
My famous line would probably be,
He's blessing people with his microphone. He's tired.
You got to hear me speak. You are now at my level of awesomeness.
Okay. Do you have a special line to give a close to the show? Anything special that comes to mind? Anything just...
Cows rock. Cows rock? Yes.
So does that skim milk that tastes like coconut.
Oh yeah, the coconut milk?
I love that.
Oh, we don't even get normal milk. We only get the coconut.
I know coconut milk is very good. Any last
Tomorrow
words?
we'll be back with the axe.
After.
There we go. Right here at Marbles. Bye-bye.
Bye.
It is a wrap.
It is a
All right.
tiring day.
Very good. So if